I remember a year ago I was watching a YouTube course from Hamza. The biggest advice to get more clicks was to copy titles from videos that already worked. So I did. And so did many others. As you see, results are not that sophisticated. But let's look at another example. Here is two thumbnails that look exactly identical. They got pretty much same views. Now can you tell me which person had the original idea? It's none of them. The composition of the photo was made by another guy.
Now, as you can probably see already, I pretty much stole the thumbnail, right? But it's a slightly different niche, and at the same time, it was for a completely different topic, so I didn't steal the video at all. You could say it was stolen, inspired, steal like an artist.
The monk mode was Igor Rupeta idea, and then Paul just reversed the colors, and it worked out for him as well. For some videos, advice work, for some doesn't. Why? Which YouTubers to copy? Should you even copy in the first place? Disclaimer behind it is that copying doesn't mean more views, as we've seen from example with me and a bunch of guys that copied from Hamza's title. The problem with copying is that I was watching Hamza's video myself all the time and I knew what this video was about that I stole the title from. So the advice in the video was pretty similar and the video was just full-on copy of the Hamza's original video, which I think most of the low views copies did the same. When you create something original with the title that already worked, your video would be clicked on, as you've seen from the example with Igor and Paul. Completely different video, same thumbnail, it worked, people clicked, but they've seen completely different perspectives. Simply because he didn't watch Igor's video first. He just stole like an artist. He took the packaging idea and implemented it in his own contrastive way. You can see that it does make sense to copy, but which videos to copy? Well, there is a simple metric that is called outliers. Outliers are videos that have more views than the average videos on the channel. And how you can actually find them is just by going through the homepage. Pretty much homepage is fully optimized for outliers because people are viewing so that it's recommended to you to view as well. But there is a caveat. Outliers that work for big channel doesn't mean that it would be working for your channel. So the biggest mistake that I've done here and most of the creators is that they copied from Hamza, the guy that already had an audience, that has a broad audience, which in my case, I had a little to no audience, no niche as well. So I couldn't go broad as Hamza did, because he was the first one who did this. When you look for outliers, make sure the channel is small. The small channels outliers are the best to copy because it's proven that it's worked for small channels, so it can work for you as well. Now there is a popular extension vidIQ that shows the outlier on homepage, which I don't recommend because it's too bloated. If you install it just for the purpose of seeing outliers, you will also see some different things like a title recommendation, like a title score when you create videos, and it's just too many things at once. So the extension I found that I use is 1 out of 10. It's the best extension that I've seen. I will link it in the description if you want to install it. It's pretty simple. It doesn't show you the outliers on the homepage. It shows you the outliers on the channel. So if you go on a channel profile from the homepage, for example, you click videos, then you have outlier score. And you can also filter it by descending by more than 10x. And the X outlier show you how much views times the X number it got based on average views. So for example, average view count for your YouTube channel is 100. And if your video gets 1000 views, then it's going to be 10x outlier. So make sure you copy the outliers from the small channels. When you go through homepage, check their channel and how much subscribers they've got in general. The most important thing, do not watch the video. Just click on it, see if it's in your niche. If it does, look at the channel, look if it's outlier, and then copy the title. There is also an advice to use a frameworks from channels that are not in your niche, for example, in IT, and you record fitness. Then you can take the title and change like specific words so that it fits your niche. So there is a popular title, How to Outsmart the Game of YouTube. You could say How to Outsmart the Game of Fitness. The problem with that is that many people do this, and how many times have you seen the title, give me 5 minutes and I will show you how to get a six-pack? I don't think there is people with money that would click on these videos anymore, because it's just made for the purposes of the masses, not for the customers. So it depends what you optimize for. And if you're an educational creator, you'd probably want to attract more high quality people. I told you that everybody does look at gurus and they are being inspired by them. When I was watching Hamza all the time, I was telling his advice: eat the frog, wake up early, and many others. And it was even subconsciously, I didn't thought about it. Is that just because I had so many inputs from him? I was copying him unintentionally. You may find yourself in the same loop. Now, I'm not advising you to look at them because they're already at the level 100 and you're at level 1. You're just starting out. For that reason, look for small niche channels, not only for still the packaging, but for the hook, for example. From this moment being, if you scroll through homepage and you click on the video, you're in analysis mode. You're not just a dumb consumer, you're an analytic who wants to understand how to create better videos. So if you watch the video and you left it, go back to the video and see what the hook was. Why did it didn't hook you so that you didn't watch till the end? If you stay till the end, rewatch the hook once again to see how strong it was and maybe to copy some parts of it in your own video. Look also at the thumbnail. Why this thumbnail worked out for him? Maybe it was colors, maybe it was a text, intriguing text that creates more curiosity, right? So the title can create curiosity, the text could create curiosity as well. For me, my example of the most popular video: don't upload. This is so unconventional. Why shouldn't I upload? You uploaded 200 videos, but you advise don't upload, and people are wanting to click. So this is why it worked out. This is why this is my most popular video, right? Study things like that from a homepage, from videos that you've clicked on, that you watched yourself, because mainly your avatar would be your past self. I've done really specific stuff. I went through my history 2 years ago and watched the videos that I've clicked on and analyzed why it did work out for me, what I was wanting to watch, what was my interest at the time. And I'm just copying this kind of frameworks, formulas, videos to my own channel right now. So make sure when you analyze your videos, you ask yourself questions like this: why this video works? Why this video gets so much views? Why people clicked? What makes it interesting, intrigued, and curious? Focus on small channels in your niche. Ask these questions. To make it easy, I created a template for you with these 3 questions that you can copy all over. I highly recommend to even copy like links from your niche competitors so that you see what they are up to and maybe learn from some things that worked for them. In my WOP community, in useful links, I mentioned 1 out of 10 extension there. I mentioned that I don't use vidIQ and the reasons behind it. So I think it's valuable to join to get this useful information as an insider.